maybe it was probably week 2 or week 3.
I think it was week 2.
Okay. We were driving home and Jared looked at me and he said, we're going to end up doing this. And I was like, no, we're just going to get our foster license so that we're eligible to adopt a child who's already available for adoption. And he was like, I don't think so. And I was like, okay. We decided to put adoption kind of out of the picture completely because we knew in order to do foster care well, we needed to have a heart for families coming back together and being reunified. And that if our heart was to adopt every child that came into our home, that's not the right heart for foster care.
Like the first night, no one slept, so that was fun. It was within the first week, everyone in the room was crying, including us, I think. We were holding multiple children and just a moment of what have we done? We definitely experienced that.
Well, it kind of reminds me of like a lifeguard. If you have your little float that you're trying to stay up on and the person is panicking, drowning, and climbing up on top of you, and you're trying to keep both of you from drowning, and then eventually everybody kind of finds an equilibrium and we're all swimming. We were able to meet with his mom and we sat down and we talked to her. I remember very vividly sitting with Nikki and Beverly and his mom, and he was there and we held him, and Mom asked us a lot of questions.
We got interviewed.
Pretty
hard, yeah.
Which is fine.
That was great.
In my mind, that means she loves her child and cares about where he's going to be. In a lot of ways, we thought, okay, this is going to be quick. We were talking with Mom. We were interacting, calls, pictures. And then over time, that started happening less and less. It started to become very obvious that Mom did not really feel she was capable of being his full-time mom. One of the things that always made me sad was that on his side of the courtroom, there was nobody. I love him. And as much as I would love to be his permanent mom, I also would love for him to have that connection to his biological family and for somebody else to be able to see how awesome this kid is and to show up for him. It was a very happy, sad day. Termination of parental rights is a big deal. They don't take that lightly. The judge doesn't take that lightly. The court system doesn't take that lightly. That means that there is nobody for this kid. And while that meant it opened the door for us to adopt him, it meant there's nobody for this kid.
One of the things that in this whole process is we had tons of support from Kids to Love, but we had tons of support from our church as well, and a lot of just friends in the area. And so that day we were able to invite a lot of folks to come to the adoption. And folks that had been a part of our journey from the very beginning to people that were very new to it, to be able to just say, hey, if you can make it, this is where it's going to be. And just the overwhelming amount of people that crammed into that very small courtroom. We had to get rid of chairs. We weren't able to, we didn't fit, frankly. It was hot, it was miserable in there.
Miserable.
Okay, I wasn't miserable. It was hot in there, but just to see, for us, that was kind of the picture of the support that we've had the whole time.
All right, when I sign this, we're done. You ready? You ready for me to do those? Okay. Are we done yet? All right, it's official.
Then finally hearing the Judge Barger sign, make it official, and just the claps in the room, and there were a few tears in that moment as well. It was really amazing just to experience that, and that was only the start. That wasn't the stop of anything. That was really the start of something that we're still.
Yeah, it's just another chapter of his story, our story, and just turning the page to the next part of it. Yeah.
Still get nervous every time.
Make sure you look forward when you go.
Now, yeah.